So just out of curiosity, how many of you are planning on buying Pokemon Black and White 2? Comes out in 9 days in the US, so, it's pretty close up. Just curious, how many of you are actually going to be purchasing it? I would be purchasing it, but it's just, right now my budget doesn't really have it in the cards, so it's like, I'm going to be buying it eventually, just not on release. Because, yeah. But anyways, hey guys, we got a match here today against duude1991, aka Tom, aka that guy that I always stream with. But, yeah, we just decided for the first match of the stream we just did the other day, to just do a standard OU battle because we were like, fuck it, let's do it. So, I'm kind of using a team, well, first of all, I have the Myxical Fable, I have the Specs Swampert, and then the rest of it, I was kind of like, let's try and work around these guys. So I got a Special Defensive Rachi, Standard Slowbro, I got a weird kind of, mixed Landorus, you'll see in a bit. And then, well, actually, you probably won't really see this match what it really does, but, then I got a Physical Scarfed, Genesect, but it does have Flamethrower or Ice Beam depending on what I really want on it, but, rest moves are physical. But, Tom has a pretty standard team, even though it is randomized. You can tell just Tom doesn't really bring teams, quote-unquote. He just kind of is like, hey, this stuff looks good together, but, he's still got some pretty big threats on his team, because, let's see, the Keldeo is the main thing that's going to annoy the fuck out of me, because I have nothing that outspeeds that has a super effective hit. Everything else is slower, will take a ton of damage from it. So I really got to watch for that thing. Like, I got to rework this team a little bit more to work with to take on Keldeo more. But otherwise, the rest of his team isn't too threatening. Like, Haxorus will be annoying, but I can deal with it. But anyways, I figured Genesect would be the best lead off, so I just go with that. He's going to go with Mienshao, and not really too threatened by him going for Fake Out. And then after that, I can just go for the U-turn in case he wants to switch. Or I can predict him to go for, like, another move and, go out to something. If I go for U-turn, does a pretty decent chunk. Sad I didn't get the attack boost, though, because that would have done a lot more if I did. But I figure he's just going to go for High Jump Kick. If he decides a U-turn, I should be able to take it well enough, so I'll just go into Slowbro, take that, and then I want to try and Scald this thing, or whatever he tries to bring in, because I figure that should be the best thing for me to do. So I'm just going to go for Scald. He goes for U-turn, does a pretty decent chunk, but I can, quote-unquote recover from that, because it's like, it's not going to be that hard to work around is basically what I'm saying. But he goes into Keldeo, and I'm like, please burn, because otherwise this thing is going to be a bitch, because I know Tom runs Specs Keldeo, and I unfortunately do not get the burn, so I'm going to have to figure out something to do, because, like I said, I really don't have many options. So I'm going to go into Jirachi, mainly just to see if I can take a Specs Hydro Pump okay, and I really can't, so that also means Slowbro won't really like taking the hit, so I'm just going to leave Jirachi as Death Fodder so I can get a free switch to something. Really, right now, I don't have that many options, but I'm going to go into Genesect to bluff the Thunderbolt, and then try and, like, get enough U-turns off as to where I can take him out with, U-turns eventually, but he's actually going to switch out to his Landorus predicting the Thunderbolt. And also, I was thinking about putting Zen Headbutt on this thing, but for some reason I decided to run the Flamethrower Ice Beam one, but I think I might test Zen Headbutt since Keldeo is being a little bitch. But, going to Swampert, because I really can't take on, whatchamacallit that well, Landorus, from the U-turn, so I go into, actually I could have taken on Landorus fine, but the point is, I go into Swampert from the U-turn, go for Hydro Pump, but he goes for U-turn out to his Ferrothorn, and the Hydro Pump actually does a pretty okay chunk, but I figure here, Clefable should be able to take anything he wants to go for. He just goes to the Leech Seed, and he doesn't really feel safe staying in. He does predict the Fire Blast, so he's going to switch right out to his Keldeo, and I did predict that, and I go for the Double Edge just to see how much it does, and, it's going down, and I do score a crit, which did matter, because I would have only done like 65 to 75%, but I probably would have been able to take a hit depending on what he went for. I think he said he was going to go for Hydro Pump, but, we'll never know. That crit did matter. It was pretty unfortunate, because Keldeo, like I said, would have been able to wreck my team, but now he's going to go into Haxorus. He just goes to the Brick Break to get super effective damage off, not to lock himself in Outrage just yet. Doesn't quite take me out, and I hit him with the Double Edge, and god, that does a lot. Like, I know it's Life Orb Clefable probably isn't as powerful as a lot of other sweepers, but it still has some power to it. So, don't knock it. Don't knock it. Don't hate. Don't be a player, hate a player. But, anyways, I'm going to go into Genesect, because obviously that will threaten to kill Haxorus. Just going to go for U-turn. He does predict that and goes out to his Ferrothorn to get some Iron Barb damage on me, which sucks. But now I can just go into Swampert. He does predict the HP Fire, but then he predicts me to predict the switch out, predicting him predicting the HP Fire, but I just go for Focus Blast because I don't have HP Fire. So basically, I guess he just stayed in thinking I would think he would switch out, but I just go for Focus Blast because it'll hit all of his guys, and it takes down the Ferrothorn, so I'm like, wow, I know it's a Focus Blast, but from Spec Swampert, I guess I just underestimated its attacks it a little bit, but it takes it out, so that works for me. But he goes into the Mienshao. I really don't feel like sacking my Swampert yet, so I'm just going to go to Genesect, because I know I can at least take one hit. He goes for U-turn, scores a crit. Kind of sucks, but he's going to go to Haxorus as Death Fodder, which is kind of weird, because he could have gone into his Landorus. Oh, wait, no, did I kill Landorus? No, I haven't killed Landorus yet. But he could have gone into Landorus to at speed and take me out, but I guess he did not remember Genesect's speed, so that's how it goes. But now he's going to go, well, I go into my Landorus, he goes into his. I thought he actually carried Outrage on his, but I guess he changed it to have, or like Outrage or Hammer or something, but I guess he changed it to have HPI, so I was like, fuck, but I luckily take it with 3, and then I take him out with my own HPIs because I do have Special Attack Investment and the Expert Belt, so that works out great for me, and I think I also have Sheer Force on this thing, but it doesn't really get to be shown this match what this set is about, but he goes into Mienshao, just sack my Landers, because it's really not going to be much of a use to me, because it's at 3 health, and he has Bronzong, Mienshao, and I forget if he has anything else left. No, I think it's just Bronzong and Mienshao, but he goes into the Bronzong, and I just go into Swampert, because I figure let's just go for Specs Hydro Pump. Does a bit over half, so another one should be able to take him out. Luckily I hit, and I am able to 2 KO the Bronzong, which is like, wow, Specs Swampert actually has some merit to it. I know it's pretty fucking shitty compared to other Specs users, but it's like, you know, you can hit people with some unexpected shit. But yeah, Mienshao is his last guy, so I decided, let's go into Slowbro. I can take one of any hit, and then hit him with the Psychic to take him out, so that's just what we'll do. Otherwise, I got Genesect with the Iron Head, which would be able to revenge kill him eventually, so, you know, go for the Psychic, and that will take him straight down, so that'll make it be the match. So GG, Tom. That Keldeo really was, could have threatened my team a lot, but luckily I was able to play around it well enough, and then the rest of the team was kind of like, yeah, but that was a pretty fun match, so, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. By the way, changing my schedule to Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, because you guys are like, do whatever works for you. So, you know, just if you feel like you missed a video on Monday, that's where it went. But, yeah, blah, 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 etc., 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 blah. We're coming sub, and later, guys.